Today I thought I would make another wee video. Again, just expanding on what you already know with the pentatonic scale and giving you some cool licks to, or not really licks, but just some cool ideas that you can throw into some blues. So I know that a lot of you play in cover bands and there's probably blues stuff on your set lists somewhere. And this week I thought I'd expand on talking about the altered scale. So the altered scale is a pretty cool sound. You don't need to get too far into the theory just now to really start to use this sound with some skills that you already know. So in a regular blues, we're going to play a blues in A. So you've got the one chord, the A chord, moving to some kind of D7, and the resolution, or the tension to resolution from that one chord to the 4 chord. This can also be seen as a 5 chord to a 1 chord. So you get this tension here, which is resolved to that when the D chord comes in. So this is the flat 7 of A and the major 3rd of A. This falls down to the 3rd of D, and this one, the 3rd, moves up to the root of D. So that's where this tension comes in and is resolved on that chord. And what the altered scale does is take this tension and just add a hell of a lot more tension to that. So all of the wrong notes, instead of having the 1, 3, 5 and the flat 7, we can actually change this 5 to a sharp 5, and you can hear that just adds a bit more tension, so when the D chord comes in, it's released on there. We could also add the flat 5, and again that's released on there. We can add the 9th note. Usually sounds quite good in a pentatonic scale, but we can add the flat 9, which resolves down to the 5th when the D chord comes in, or we can add the sharp 9, and then when the D chord comes in, that gets released on there. So all of those notes can be, they're all kind of outside of the sound that you're probably used to hearing, but a good way we can exploit those notes without having to learn a full altered scale or learn it as a mode of the melodic minor scale or anything like that is by playing the minor pentatonic 3 frets above your A chord, right? So when this A chord is going to D7, I'm going to play C minor pentatonic. And then that will resolve when the D chord comes in, as long as I land on a note that's in that's on the D chord. That will resolve quite well, because this C minor here is given as the flat 9, it's given as the flat 5, it's given as the sharp 5, it's given as there's the flat 9 again, and the sharp 9, and all we're really doing is not really caring too much about what those are. It's just how they react to the chord that's coming next. So over the A chord, you can play just your regular blues, which will sound fine. But then on the very last 4 beats, the last bar, before it moves to D, that's when I'm going to play C minor and then land on a note from the D chord. And then you'll hear that altered sound, just kind of stepping outside the key and then resolving back to the D. Should be able to hear how cool a sound that has. It's got a really nice, almost kind of jazz sound to it, with that nice resolution back to the 4 chord. And again, it's nothing that's too complicated that you don't already know it. It's just targeting that minor pentatonic that you already know, you already use, but just from a different angle. So again, all you're doing is playing a C minor, just a regular minor pentatonic, 3 frets higher whenever you see this 1 chord go to the 4 chord in a blues. So if you're playing in the key of E, E to the A, you would slip in this G minor pentatonic and then resolve it to the A chord. Thanks guys, cheers now.